Have you ever wondered why some souls do not just walk into your life but seem to be pulled into it by a force older than time itself? What if I told you that Pisces, the ancient dreamer of the Zodiac, does not love randomly, but chooses with an intuition that goes far beyond what the ordinary eye can see? The next few moments hold a truth that may shift the way you understand connection, destiny, and the invisible architecture of love itself. Stay with me, because what you are about to hear has guided countless seekers through nights of doubt and into mornings filled with clarity and purpose. This is not simply astrology. This is the unseen map of the heart. There is a reason why Pisces love feels different. There is a reason why their tenderness becomes a sanctuary. There is a reason why their presence can calm storms that have lived inside you for years. Pisces is not just the final sign of the zodiac. Pisces carries the memory of every single sign before it. In Western astrology, Pisces rules intuition, compassion, and the deep ocean of the subconscious. In psychological astrology, Pisces becomes the bridge between the inner world and the outer world, the guardian of emotional truths many people fear to feel. In Vedic tradition, Pisces holds karmic threads that weave between lifetimes. This ancient heart does not give itself to everyone. Only a few souls unlock the gates of its compassion. And today, you will understand why. Before we reveal who Pisces chooses, we need to step inside the architecture of their emotional world. Imagine a heart that feels like an ocean without walls. Imagine a psyche that receives messages through dreams, symbols, and intuitive waves. Imagine a spirit that carries an inner knowing that cannot be taught. Pisces does not love through logic. Pisces loves through resonance. They are drawn to frequencies, to energies, to souls whose presence awakens something sacred inside them. They are not searching for beauty or perfection. They are searching for recognition. They are searching for familiarity. They are searching for the one whose vibration matches the ancient memory inside their own soul. Pisces love begins long before the physical world ever arrives. Their connections often start in the spiritual realm, through coincidences that do not feel like coincidences, through dreams that predict encounters before they happen, through an overwhelming sense that the universe is guiding their path. This is why Pisces does not give their heart to many. Their heart is not just emotional. Their heart is a channel that must be protected, a channel that must be respected, a channel that responds only to those who carry spiritual authenticity. And because of this, Pisces loves only 5 types of people, 5 rare kinds of souls who carry a very specific kind of energy, 5 souls who awaken forgotten parts of the Pisces heart, 5 who call them home without ever speaking a word. Each one reflects a different spiritual need. Each one mirrors a different emotional truth. Each one unlocks a different destiny. But before we uncover these sacred 5, you need to understand one essential truth. Pisces is not weak. Pisces is not fragile. Pisces is not lost in daydreams. Pisces is spiritually advanced in ways the modern world rarely recognizes. Their sensitivity is not a flaw. Their intuition is not imagination. Their compassion is not naivety. These qualities are the result of countless emotional lifetimes. They are the result of wisdom earned through both suffering and awakening. They are the result of carrying memories older than their own name. This is why Pisces cannot love just anyone. They love in a way that transforms souls. They love in a way that heals wounds that have existed for decades. They love in a way that awakens parts of a person that have been asleep for years. And that kind of love requires a specific frequency, the kind of frequency that few people are truly prepared to hold. So breathe deeply, open your heart, and stay with me, because what comes next will reveal the 5 souls who are truly capable of receiving the love of Pisces. And perhaps you will discover that you are one of them. If you feel the truth of these words settling inside you, Leave a comment with a sentence of self-affirmation, something like, "I honor the depth within me," or "I recognize my own spirit." Type 1 is known as the lightbearer, and when I say that, I want you to imagine someone who enters a room and somehow lifts the energy without even trying. This is the person Pisces recognizes before they even know their name. This is the soul whose presence feels like a warm sunrise after a season of storms. The lightbearer is never loud. Their brightness is not a performance. It is something natural, something effortless, something spiritual. Pisces is drawn to this person because they carry a flame that does not burn but guides. A flame that does not blind but reveals. A flame that does not demand but inspires. When Pisces meets the lightbearer, something ancient stirs inside them. It feels like a memory, as if they have met this person in another lifetime. The lightbearer has a rare ability to illuminate what is hidden, not through criticism but through gentle presence. They show Pisces the way out of emotional fog, without ever making Pisces feel small for having wandered through it. In the American spiritual tradition, this type of person is often seen as a natural encourager, someone who believes in the unseen potentials of others. Pisces feels this belief instantly, and it awakens parts of them they thought the world had forgotten. The lightbearer tends to have a spirit that is both strong and compassionate. Sometimes they are born under fire signs like Sagittarius or Leo, but the sign itself is never the most important part. What truly matters is the energy. The lightbearer stands tall when others crumble. They see possibilities where others see obstacles. They speak life into the space around them. Pisces, who often carries emotional weight that others cannot see, feels safe with someone who radiates this type of clarity. It is almost as if the lightbearer says with their presence alone, "You are not lost. You are simply unfolding." There is a beautiful dynamic between Pisces and the lightbearer. Pisces brings intuitive depth, emotional wisdom, and spiritual softness. The lightbearer brings direction, illumination, and the confidence to take steps forward. Together, they create a balance that feels divinely orchestrated. The lightbearer does not try to change Pisces. Instead, they gently remind Pisces of their own brilliance, especially during moments when Pisces retreats into their inner oceans. This kind of relationship is uplifting without being forceful, and supportive without being controlling. The emotional safety the lightbearer provides allows Pisces to relax in a way they cannot relax with most people. Pisces is used to being the one who comforts, the one who intuits, the one who senses what others cannot verbalize. But with the lightbearer, something shifts. Pisces feels like they can finally exhale. They can finally lean instead of carry. They can finally feel without apologizing. There is a sense of divine partnership in this exchange, something that feels written in the invisible architecture of the universe. Another reason Pisces is so drawn to the lightbearer is the spiritual courage this person carries. In American culture, where many people feel pressured to appear confident even when they are breaking inside, the lightbearer embodies a rare type of authenticity. They are honest about who they are and unapologetic about their purpose. This inspires Pisces on a soul level. Pisces sees the lightbearer as someone courageous enough to walk through the world with an open heart and a clear vision. That kind of courage opens their trust in ways few people ever can. The lightbearer also has a profound ability to ignite dreams within Pisces. Pisces is naturally imaginative, intuitive, and visionary. But their dreams often stay inside them, protected like delicate treasures. The lightbearer reminds Pisces that their dreams are not fragile. They are powerful. They are worthy. They are meant to be brought into the physical world. With the lightbearer, Pisces feels encouraged to express their creativity, their purpose, and their spiritual path with confidence. It becomes less about fantasy and more about faith. In many spiritual teachings throughout the United States, There is a belief that certain people are assigned to us by divine timing. The lightbearer feels exactly like that for Pisces, a divine assignment, a soul companion, a gentle but powerful guide. They bring clarity without judgment and inspiration without pressure. They lift Pisces back into the light when life becomes overwhelming. This connection feels purposeful, destined, and profoundly healing. Type 2 is known as the deep soul, and when I describe this person, I want you to imagine the rarest kind of presence, someone who speaks to the parts of you that you do not show the world. This is the person who does not need explanations to understand you. They do not need loud emotions to feel what is beneath the surface. They do not need your stories to sense your storms. Pisces connects with the deep soul instantly because this type of person communicates in silence. They listen with their entire being. They receive your pain without absorbing it. They recognize your truth, even when you struggle to say it aloud. The deep soul often carries a quiet power, something that does not demand to be seen but is impossible to ignore. In American culture, where so many people move quickly and fear vulnerability, the deep soul feels like a rare doorway into genuine emotional honesty. Pisces is naturally intuitive, which means they are constantly absorbing the energy around them. When they encounter someone who carries depth rather than drama, someone who values inner worlds as much as outer achievements, they feel an immediate sense of belonging. They feel recognized, not for their softness but for their spirit. This connection is never superficial. Pisces and the deep soul meet in places many people never explore. They talk about purpose, transformation, healing, spiritual awakening. They sit comfortably in silence together. They let each other feel without forcing solutions. The deep soul is not intimidated by Pisces' inner oceans. They have oceans of their own. There is a shared understanding that life is not only made of moments you show others, it is made of the moments you survive alone. When Pisces senses this depth, they open in a way that feels sacred. The deep soul has usually been shaped by experience. They have lived through emotional winters that taught them resilience. They have lost things that forced them to grow. They have learned to see through illusions because they have had to rebuild themselves from truth. This emotional history is not always spoken out loud, but Pisces feels it immediately. Pisces does not need proof. They sense the wisdom in the way the deep soul stands, breathes, and chooses their words. This is the type of person who understands sorrow without sinking into it, and understands love without clinging to it. There is a spiritual recognition here. Many American mystics call this a familiar soul, someone who feels like they have walked with you before. It is the kind of connection where you look into someone's eyes and feel something ancient, something remembered, something lived. Pisces, who is the final sign of the Zodiac and carries the karmic memory of many lifetimes, is especially sensitive to this. They know when they have met someone who vibrates at the same emotional frequency. They feel it in their chest, in their dreams, in the quiet moments where the universe seems to whisper confirmation. The deep soul is patient, which is one of the greatest gifts they offer Pisces. They do not push for answers before Pisces is ready to speak. They do not rush emotional processes. They understand that healing requires time, that revelation requires trust, and that authenticity cannot be demanded. Pisces feels safe because the deep soul respects emotional timing. They allow Pisces to unfold naturally, without fear of being misunderstood or judged. This creates a space where vulnerability becomes strength, not weakness. Another reason Pisces is so drawn to the deep soul is the emotional transparency this person carries. The deep soul does not hide behind small talk or surface-level interactions. They prefer real conversations, honest moments, and raw truths. They honor emotional presence, and Pisces thrives in that environment. Together, They create a bond that is layered, intricate, and spiritually meaningful. It is never about impressing each other. It is about revealing each other. It is about being seen in the places where most people never look. This type of connection can feel intense, but it is not chaotic. It is intense because it is genuine. It is intense because it is deep. It is intense because it calls forward the parts of Pisces that are usually hidden. When Pisces meets the deep soul, they feel like they can stop pretending. They can stop protecting themselves. They can stop carrying everything alone. This is a connection that feels like coming home to a place you have never visited, but always longed for. Type 3 is known as the protector, and this is the soul that Pisces often feels they have been searching for without even realizing it. When I say protector, I do not mean someone who acts tough or tries to dominate a room. I mean someone whose presence itself feels like steadiness. Someone who carries a sense of inner grounding that makes the world feel less chaotic. Someone who makes Pisces feel like they no longer have to carry every burden by themselves. The protector is the person who provides emotional shelter without asking for anything in return. Pisces, with their sensitive intuition and deep imagination, often feels the weight of the world more than others do. They pick up on emotions, energies, and unspoken tensions. They feel responsibilities that were never given to them. This can be overwhelming, especially in American culture where people are expected to be strong at all times. The protector steps into Pisces' life with a quiet strength that says, "You can rest. I am here." This reassurance is not spoken in dramatic ways. It is felt. It is lived. It is demonstrated in steady consistency. The protector is often someone who values stability and integrity. They do not play games. They do not create emotional confusion. They do not disappear when things become difficult. Instead, they show up. They listen. They stand firm. The protector may be born under earth signs like Taurus or Virgo, but it is never solely about astrology. It is about energy. It is about the way they move through life with a sense of purpose and responsibility that Pisces instinctively respects. Pisces may swim in dreamlike waters, but they crave someone who can anchor them when emotions become too heavy. What makes the protector so irresistible to Pisces is the way they hold space for the Pisces heart. Pisces often feels misunderstood or undervalued because their emotional depth is not always accepted by the modern world. The protector does not mock or minimize Pisces' sensitivity. They defend it. They honor it. They see it as a gift instead of a flaw. This kind of validation transforms Pisces from feeling fragile to feeling empowered. The protector becomes the safe foundation where Pisces can express their spiritual insights, their fears, their hopes, and their dreams without being judged. The protector also brings something else that Pisces often longs for: structure, a sense of direction, a sense of safety. Pisces is intuitive and visionary, and sometimes they drift between realities. This drifting can be magical when supported by someone who respects it, but it can be overwhelming when they are alone. The protector brings clarity, not through force but through wisdom. They help Pisces transform dreams into actions and visions into real steps. Their guidance is steady, firm, and always loving. Another reason Pisces is drawn to the protector is the emotional loyalty this person naturally carries. The protector is not easily shaken. They do not run at the first sign of difficulty. They are deeply committed once they choose someone. Pisces, who often experiences relationships that lack emotional steadiness, finds profound healing in this. With the protector, Pisces finally feels like they are not walking through life alone. They feel supported in ways they rarely receive from others. Pisces thrives with someone who can protect their softness without trying to change it. The protector does this beautifully. They understand that Pisces' sensitivity is part of their spiritual gift. They know Pisces sees the world in ways that many people cannot. Instead of trying to make Pisces tougher or less emotional, the protector shields them from unnecessary harm so that Pisces can continue to be exactly who they are. This support allows Pisces to deepen spiritually, to trust more fully, and to love more courageously. In many American spiritual teachings, the protector is described as a grounding soul, someone who balances the dreamer with the practical. This does not weaken Pisces, it strengthens them. It allows their intuition to flourish instead of fragment. When Pisces meets the protector, they feel a profound sense of alignment, as if the universe has finally given them the partner who can hold their heart with reverence and stability. The protector does not rescue Pisces. They simply walk beside them with unwavering presence. Type 4 is known as the visionary, and this is the soul who meets Pisces not through the physical world, but through possibility, intuition, and imagination. When Pisces encounters the visionary, it feels like meeting someone who finally speaks the same invisible language. The visionary is not limited by what is happening right now. They see what could happen. They see what the world could become. They hold dreams the same way others hold facts. This sparks something powerful inside Pisces. It awakens their own limitless inner world. It encourages their spiritual gifts. It gives them permission to expand in ways they often keep hidden. The visionary is the type of person who has ideas that stretch beyond the horizon. They are creative, forward-thinking, spiritually curious, and unafraid to explore the unknown. In American culture, where practicality is often valued more than imagination, the visionary stands out as a rare type of mind. They are not tied to the ordinary. They thrive in the extraordinary. Pisces, who naturally lives between the physical realm and the spiritual realm, feels instantly understood by this kind of person. The visionary does not dismiss dreams. They honor them. They build from them. They live through them. There is a special energy exchanged between Pisces and the visionary. Pisces brings intuitive depth and emotional insight. The visionary brings inspiration and expansive thinking. Together, they create a field where creativity becomes limitless and spirituality becomes alive. This is the kind of connection where conversations last for hours, where both people feel like they are discovering new worlds simply by being in each other's presence. The visionary invites Pisces to step into a larger version of themselves, one that feels aligned with their soul rather than confined by fear. The visionary is often someone who questions reality in thoughtful ways. They may be drawn to astrology, spirituality, psychology, metaphysics, or any field that explores the deeper layers of existence. They are not satisfied with simple answers. They want truth. They want meaning. They want purpose. Pisces resonates with this curiosity because Pisces always feels that there is more beneath the surface. When these two meet, it is like two seekers recognizing each other on the same path. There is a shared hunger for growth, discovery, and awakening. In many relationships, Pisces must soften their imagination to avoid overwhelming the other person. But with the visionary, they do not have to hide. They can dream without apology. They can share their visions without shrinking. They can talk about soul connections, synchronicities, past lives, symbols, and spiritual messages without feeling strange. The visionary not only understands these things, but often expands on them, pushing both partners toward even greater understanding. This dynamic becomes a sacred exchange of creativity and spiritual wisdom. There is also a magnetic attraction in the way the visionary thinks beyond limitations. They refuse to accept that life must be lived in the smallest way possible. They believe in possibility. They believe in transformation. They believe that the world is shaped by those who dare to imagine. Pisces finds this deeply inspiring. It encourages them to trust their own inner knowing. It reminds them that their intuition is not a fantasy. It is a gift. a gift that becomes even stronger when supported by someone who believes in their potential. The visionary also brings emotional excitement to Pisces life. Not the chaotic kind, but the kind that feels spiritually stimulating. Conversations become gateways, moments become lessons, dreams become plans. This does not mean that everything is perfect. It means that both partners challenge each other in the best possible way. Pisces teaches the visionary to connect emotionally, to feel deeply, to honor the heart. The visionary teaches Pisces to expand mentally, to trust the future, to build from their imagination. Both grow. Both rise. Both evolve. When Pisces meets the visionary, they feel like they are finally seen in their fullest form, not just as a dreamer, but as a creator, not just as a feeler, but as a spiritual force. This connection pushes Pisces into the highest version of themselves, a version that lives authentically, thinks expansively, and loves fearlessly. The visionary is not just a partner, they are an awakening. Type 5 is known as the old soul, and this is the most mysterious and spiritually charged connection Pisces can ever experience. The old soul is not defined by age, background, or life situation. They are defined by presence. They carry a depth that feels ancient, a tenderness shaped by experience, and a wisdom that seems far older than their physical years. When Pisces meets the old soul, there is an immediate sense of remembrance, as if something in their spirit recognizes something familiar that the mind cannot yet explain. It is not attraction, it is recognition. The old soul is the type of person who walks through life with quiet awareness. They see beyond appearances. They understand emotions that others overlook. They pay attention to energy, intention, and authenticity. In American culture, where many people rush from one moment to the next, the old soul moves differently. They pause, they reflect, they listen. Pisces feels safe in this slowness because it mirrors their own natural rhythm. Pisces has always sensed the deeper layers of life, and the old soul meets them there without hesitation. One of the most powerful traits of the old soul is emotional wisdom. They have lived through experiences that have shaped their heart into something strong yet gentle. They understand loss, not with bitterness but with acceptance. They understand love, not as possession but as connection. They understand growth, not as competition but as evolution. Pisces, who often feels misunderstood by people who live on the surface, finds profound relief in someone who understands these things without needing detailed explanations. There is a spiritual familiarity that surrounds the old soul. Many mystics in the United States describe this kind of connection as karmic or destined, as if two souls have met before and choose to meet again for a reason. Pisces, being the final sign of the Zodiac and deeply connected to past life themes, feels this resonance instantly. It is a sense of continuation rather than a beginning, a feeling that says, "We have walked together before, and now we meet again to finish what was left unfinished." The old soul is also deeply empathetic, not the overwhelming kind that takes on everyone's emotions, but the grounded kind that knows how to hold space without losing themselves. They can sit with someone in their pain without trying to fix it. They can celebrate someone's joy without feeling threatened. They can guide without controlling. This is exactly the kind of empathy Pisces dreams of finding. Pisces feels seen, respected, valued, and understood in a way that feels almost sacred. Another reason Pisces is drawn to the old soul is the emotional safety that this person naturally provides. The old soul does not fear vulnerability. They do not fear truth. They do not fear the depth of human connection. Instead, they welcome it. They invite it. They live for it. Pisces can share their deepest fears, wildest dreams, and most delicate feelings without receiving judgment or dismissal. The old soul understands that true intimacy is built on openness, not perfection. The old soul often carries a spiritual curiosity that matches or even amplifies Pisces' own intuition. They may be drawn to meditation, astrology, sacred teachings, metaphysics, or philosophical reflections. They look for meaning in coincidences, patterns in experiences, and lessons in challenges. Pisces feels extremely aligned with someone who approaches life this way. Together, they create a relationship that feels like both a partnership and a spiritual journey. One of the most beautiful aspects of the old soul is their ability to love without attachment. They love deeply, but they do not cling. They trust the timing of life. They trust the flow of the universe. They understand that love grows when it is free and becomes sacred when it is honest. Pisces, who loves with their entire being, feels comfort in this kind of love. It does not pressure them. It does not limit them. It expands them. With the old soul, Pisces feels a rare kind of peace. A peace that says you are not alone in this lifetime or the ones before. A peace that says your heart is understood on a level beyond words. A peace that awakens a profound sense of destiny. This is the connection that often transforms Pisces the most. The connection that pulls them closer to their spiritual purpose. The connection that reminds them that love can be ancient, powerful, and beautifully timeless. There comes a moment, after exploring every single type of soul that Pisces is destined to love, when something powerful rises to the surface. It is the realization that Pisces is not meant to simply exist in this world. Pisces is meant to elevate it. This entire journey through the 5 rare archetypes is not just an explanation of who Pisces loves. It is a mirror that reveals the sacred architecture within the Pisces heart. A heart shaped by intuition, tenderness, ancient memory, and a connection to the unseen that many people spend their entire lives trying to feel. Pisces reminds the world that there is beauty in vulnerability, strength in compassion, and truth in spiritual sensitivity. Pisces teaches that love is not something you choose with your mind. It is something your soul recognizes long before your thoughts even try to explain it. Pisces love is not shallow, temporary, or transactional. It is transformative. It is timeless. It is the type of love that awakens hidden strengths, heals forgotten wounds, and connects 2 people through a thread that feels woven by something divine. Every soul Pisces chooses reflects a different chapter of their spiritual evolution. The lightbearer ignites them. The deep soul understands them. The protector shelters them. The visionary expands them. The old soul completes them. This realization is not only about romance. It is about purpose. It is about identity. It is about remembering that the Pisces spirit did not arrive here accidentally. Pisces came to this lifetime with emotional intelligence that cannot be taught, with intuitive knowledge that cannot be explained, and with a spiritual path that is far larger than anything the physical world alone can contain. When Pisces loves, they offer healing, awakening, and depth that many people spend decades searching for. Their love is a gift, and the 5 souls they choose are simply those who can honor that gift. So, if you are Pisces, hear this with your entire being. You are not too sensitive. You are not too emotional. You are not too soft. You are spiritually advanced. You feel more because you perceive more. You love deeply because your soul remembers deeply. You dream boldly because your intuition knows the truth before your eyes do. There is nothing about you that is accidental or excessive. Everything you are is intentional, divinely crafted, and profoundly needed in a world that often forgets how to feel. And if you love a Pisces, understand the honor that rests in your hands. You are loving someone who carries emotional worlds within them, someone who sees your spirit even when you struggle to see it yourself, someone who believes in your potential even when you doubt your own strength, someone who will stand with you in darkness and still see the light inside you. Pisces is not simply a partner. Pisces is a spiritual companion, a guide, a mirror, a healer. As this journey reaches its final moment, let yourself breathe in everything you have learned. Let it settle in your heart. Let it awaken something inside you that has been waiting quietly. Whether you are Pisces or someone who loves them, remember this truth. Love is not random. Love is not an accident. Love is a sacred encounter between energy, destiny, intuition, and soul memory. When Pisces chooses someone, it is because their spirits are aligned in ways the physical world could never fully explain. And now, with your heart open and your intuition awakened, carry this wisdom with you. Walk into your relationships with courage. Walk into your dreams with faith. Walk into your life with the certainty that your soul is guided, protected, and divinely supported. You are a part of something far greater than you can see. You belong to a story written beyond time. And every step you take brings you closer to the version of yourself you were always meant to become. May you rise with clarity. May you love with purpose. May you trust your intuition with the same certainty that Pisces trusts the tides. And may you always remember that the universe placed a spark inside you that cannot be taken, cannot be dimmed, and cannot be broken. For more spiritual guidance, deeper astrology insights, and stories that awaken your inner truth, feel free to watch the other videos on this channel. They were created with the same purpose as this one: to guide, illuminate, and transform.